Today is an exciting day for you and your credit union members. Hi, my name is Heather, and I'm here today with Dave Lyons of CoOportunity Health and Brian Gillette of Group Benefits Limited. And together we're going to explain to you the CoOportunity Health referral program and how its success depends on you. So tell me, what's going on this fall? What's the big deal with health insurance?
Well, I'll start. More people will be having a larger amount of choices, more support, and more need for health insurance than ever before.
Yeah, it changes everything. I think in the history of the country, there may never have been a law that could do so much for so many people, but yet is so little understood. And it would be a tragedy, frankly, if they pass this law that can help so many people, but those people who it's intended to help don't get connected with that help. And that's a big part of why we're here today.
So how is the new healthcare law helping people?
A couple of things that we think are particularly important within the Affordable Care Act. First of all, it recognizes that people need a wider range of choices, and they'll be provided with those choices both on and off what are called the marketplaces or exchanges. The second issue is it recognizes that people are going to need assistance with affordability. And in a study just released recently, about 1 out of every 2 Americans is going to, under the age of 65, will be able to get financial support in accessing their health insurance. And third, it really frees people to shop. People who have been trapped in the past. Maybe they're trapped on a group health insurance policy because someone couldn't pass underwriting. Or maybe the spouse was on Medicare and they weren't on yet, so they were having to keep their group health insurance policy in place. Maybe there were a child who was aging out of their parents' policies and had no place to go in the marketplace. The new Affordable Care Act and the work being done between CoOportunity Health and the Iowa Credit Union and Nebraska Credit Union Leagues are providing answers to all those questions.
Yeah, it is absolutely a game changer. People have, starting with guaranteed issue coverage. There are no more health questions. There's no more nightmares about people who couldn't get coverage because they had a health condition. That all goes away. And then to reinforce Dave's point, with the subsidies, it's going to be far more affordable than people probably could even imagine right now.
Can you tell me a little bit about CoOportunity Health and why you're different?
Well, for credit unions, it's kind of an easy conversation. We're different from a traditional insurance company like credit unions are different from banks. We are a nonprofit, member-governed. We are there to service members. We focus particularly on individuals and small businesses. And we're there about lifelong relationships, not about bottom lines and profitability.
Why is this all specifically important to the credit unions and their members?
Well, let me start. This is pretty important for credit unions, I think, because it's probably the largest opportunity to provide important information on financial services to their members in a generation. It will be providing information to members about how to maintain their financial and physical health. It'll be the ability to reach niches of members that have been important, particularly important for young people, particularly important for early retirees, particularly important for minorities and Hispanic populations. And third, I think it's going to be good for membership growth. When people see the opportunity to access answers to one of the most important issues they're facing, how do they protect the health and well-being of their families, and they find the answer in credit unions, I think we're going to see good membership growth for credit unions.
When you think about it, the health insurance premium or just the cost of health care are a hugely significant component of any family's budget. And if you don't have health insurance, which defines 50 million Americans today, your entire financial well-being is constantly at risk. And if as a credit union you connect your membership with the help they're going to need at the exact moment they're going to need it, you will have a lifelong credit union member who will forever be thankful that you pointed them in that direction.
So can you tell me where Group Benefits Limited fits into the picture? Who are they?
Sure. Group Benefits Limited is what's known in the industry as a managing general agency, and that's sort of a fancy way to say we sell health insurance. We are actually now the largest general agency in Iowa. We're very good at what we do. We've already helped 30,000 individuals in Iowa and Nebraska with their individual health insurance needs, and we're pretty excited about using our expertise to benefit credit union members.
Yeah. And CoOportunity Health recommended GBL based upon the background check we did and the review process of all the agents in Iowa and Nebraska. Frankly, we were struck by the high level of commitment to the health insurance industry, the ability to serve both individual and group needs, the fact that it'd be completely statewide and universal access in both states, and the long experience they've had in understanding particularly the health insurance needs of individuals and how they interact with other financial needs within a family. So they were pretty uniquely aligned to be able to be the conduit to deliver our products through the opportunities and relationships within credit unions.
There are different types of credit unions. Is this partnership and this program going to work for all of those?
Yeah, I think it will. For example, with open membership credit unions, this is a tremendous opportunity to not only serve the existing members within a credit union, but to outreach to everyone in the community about the opportunity to become a credit union member. For those with closed fields that are particularly connected to a dominant employer in the community, this is still a great opportunity. We're finding strong niches in family members, in early retirees, in cross-sale of product lines, but we're also finding great conversations with the underlying employer. They're making changes to their health plan that create opportunities for the credit union. Many of them are already starting to talk about the changes they're going to have to make in 2016, 2017, and 2018, which create more of an interaction between the employer and financial institutions. Health savings accounts are a perfect example. We really see a significant number of major employers moving to establish health savings accounts as part of their health insurance relationship with employees. What better place to put all those HSA accounts than the local credit union that's already connected to them?
So tell me, are there certain types of people that this is best for?
Well, one way I would answer that by saying, really the people who can be helped by this law is right where credit unions live. Such a high percentage of their membership can be assisted by this law, whether it's through greater choice or through the premium subsidies that are going to make health insurance more affordable than it's ever been before. And I think of it, sometimes when people hear subsidies, they think, oh, you must be talking about the Medicaid population or the truly poor people. No, I mean, you could be a family of four, say in Nebraska, making $90,000 a year, and you're going to be eligible for subsidies that help make your health insurance affordable. Credit union members out there, they're working class. They get up and they go to their jobs and they make ends meet, but health insurance has not been affordable. And therefore their kids don't have that protection. They're not getting the checkups they should be having. And they are at constant risk of bankruptcy, because if they have a significant healthcare event, that's what it's going to be. And those are the people that can be helped by this law. And what a tragedy it would be if we passed a law that addressed so many of the challenges we have as a nation have faced, but the people who could be helped by it weren't told where to go for help. And that's really what this is all about. Point them in the direction where they can get help.
And as Brian pointed out, this is good for a wide range of credit union members. But there are populations within the credit union membership that it's fantastic for. Early retirees. I've talked with a couple of couples where one's qualified for Medicare and the other isn't yet. And they have to keep a very expensive, inflexible policy in place to take care of the needs. CoOportunity can solve that. Families that are now really excited that they can keep their college kids on their policy to age 26. What do they do when they're 27? We've got great policies for under 30-year-olds that can take care of that. We've got small businesses who may not be able to afford to have a full-blown group health policy, but they at least want to have a defined contribution plan on health. We can take care of that. I mean, there are literally thousands of credit union members in every one of those specialized areas where if we can get the word out to them, it's going to be fantastic. In fact, I was kind of hesitant when I first started meeting with credit union members as a group. I felt like I'd be intrusive. I'd be talking about health insurance. Nobody wants to talk about insurance, particularly health insurance. But the conversations have actually been pretty enthusiastic. First of all, people are really embarrassed to say, I know it's important, but I don't know anything about it. So, gosh, if you can just get that started. Or they'll say, you know, I really am concerned about something. And once they can express the concern they have with their health insurance or what risk they have as a family, the conversation moves very positively. So again, it's been wonderful. What I thought might be an intrusive conversation isn't intrusive at all. It's a very welcomed conversation.
So can you describe the process and how this is going to work at the credit unions? What's expected of the employees?
Well, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. As far as expectations we have, obviously we're going to expect all credit union employees to become experts on health insurance, healthcare reform, the entire law. Start by reading the law. I'm just kidding. You know what? Here's how I'd answer that question. We get it. You know, you're not going to become experts in health insurance or the healthcare law. We understand that people have a hard time bringing up subjects that they're not experts on. So the expectations are very modest. And I would summarize it by saying, we expect the credit union employees to be willing to help their members. And how we would define that is, if you are asked a question, and you might be because there will be marketing taking place, be willing to say, I'm glad you asked. We've actually partnered with some people who are experts and they can help you. You know, take this brochure and give them a call. And then I would take it one step further. Be willing to ask the question. And it's a simple question. Do you know the ways the new healthcare law can help you? And if the answer is no, then be willing to say, you really owe it to yourself to give these people a call. You'll be amazed at how easy it is and how much money you might save. It's those, and you'll get chances today during the training to hear more about that, but that's really what we're talking about.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. There's insurance experts that are behind the scenes, and there's support processes behind the scenes. Out in front, there needs to be somebody in the credit union that can ask the question, is there a way we can help you today? And does the Affordable Care Act provide an opportunity for us to improve the financial future of your family?
You know, the bottom line is such a high percentage of credit union members could be helped by this law. And no matter how great the law is, no matter what kind of help it can provide, no matter how much alignment there is between CoOportunity Health and the credit unions, nothing gets done unless a credit union employee is willing to ask the question and point them in the right direction. And that's all we're asking. And then they will be taken care of. It has a real happy ending if that happens.
We'll take it from there.
You heard it here. That's all you need to know. I hope the training goes well for the rest of you, and that's all we have. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact your credit union point person. If they don't know, they can definitely contact one of us. Thank you.